Hey, everybody. Happy Monday. We have hit 73,000 members in Women's Entrepreneur Network. Thank you guys so much. Congratulations. Whoop, whoop. I am stoked to be here. Thank you to Jody Chiara, an amazing CPA, and my CPA in Bedrock Business Builders for allowing us to broadcast into his group ever so graciously. I appreciate it. Thank you. So, congratulations. We have hit 73,000 members in Women's Entrepreneur Network. If you're on the live, this is the hashtag live. If you're on the replay, give me a hashtag replay. Give me lots of love. Give me some hearts. I am stoked. I don't know why I'm so excited about 73,000 of all the random crazy numbers to hit. 73,000 is just kind of a weird one. And what's really cool is that we have grown the group to 73,000 members almost entirely organically, which means no paid ads, no paid promos, no weird stuff. It's taken me 5.5 years. We have a ton of volunteer admins. It is an amazing group. It has been such a huge labor of love. And one of the things that I do to pay it forward is that I teach a workshop called the Build Your Tribe Challenge. I'm doing it as a 3-hour intensive next week, March 16th on Tuesday from 1 to 4 p.m. on how to build a Facebook group. Thank you, Lay. And Lay was for many years one of our volunteer admins. So thank you, Lay, for your congratulations. I know how much work has gone into building this beastie of a group. So if you guys are kind of wondering how in the world I did it, I'm going to be honest. I'm going to go through all of the steps in the 3-hour workshop, or almost all of the 3 steps. But the other thing I'm going to talk about is not just getting people into your group, because getting people into the group is easy. It is in actually getting the group engaged. Getting people to engage with you and with one another is probably one of the biggest challenges that people have. And then, hey there, the other thing is that, getting people engaged, getting them excited, and hey, Pat, good to see you. Oh, I love those. Thank you so much. And then it's monetizing. There are a lot of different ways that you can monetize a group, monetize a platform. And guess what? It doesn't have to be 73,000 members before you make money. I know people who build 6-figure businesses with very, very small groups, and people who build really big groups who don't do anything with them. So the key is in having a plan and a strategy in place, and really being focused on what you're doing with your marketing and understanding exactly what you're trying to do with your marketing. I'm a big believer in Stephen Covey's 7 habits, and one of them is begin with the end in mind. So one of those is, beginning with that end in mind of how am I going to monetize this beast if I'm building it for my business? What am I doing it? Where am I going? Why in the world am I in this crazy handbasket? And really thinking about what the objective is. It's one of the biggest questions that I have a lot of times in business in general is, where are we going and why are we in this handbasket? In my last corporate job, we used to joke about how a lot of times we would do projects, and it was very much the case of ready, fire, aim. Because a lot of times we were firing before we even knew what we were shooting at. And it's really hard to be successful as a business. It's really hard to be successful as a company if you don't know what you're aiming at. Try throwing darts blindfolded in after somebody has spun you 10 times and see what you hit. Probably none of the things that you wanted to, and a lot of the things you didn't. And that's why I think it's so important to understand what you're trying to do from the beginning as far as monetization goes, what you're trying to do from an engagement perspective, because there's certain engagement strategies that will get your group going, but aren't necessarily going to yield the kind of income you're trying to get, or that are necessarily going to yield the kind of engagement that you're trying to get, because not all engagement is good engagement. And knowing the difference between the two is really, really, really important. That's why we're going to be talking about it in the free workshop next week, March 16th. This is the one and only time I'm going to do this one for free. After this, I'm going to charge, but I'm doing it as a beta test to see how it goes, teaching it as a 3-hour intensive. It's the Build Your Tribe Challenge. We've had about 815 people go through the challenge with me teaching it as an 8-day challenge. So now we are changing the format up, and we are working on teaching it as a 3-hour intensive so that you hopefully get all of your information in one shot. I want to see people completing it. I want to see people using the information that they're getting out of the workshop. It is an intensive 3 hours. We're going to cover getting people into the group. We're going to talk about some of the natural inflection points that happen as a group grows, because believe it or not, there's a very different dynamic with groups. 0 to 100, 100 to 300, 300 to 500. Once you get over 1,000, certain things happen within the Facebook algorithms that really do affect the growth of your group, and making sure that you get the right first 300 to 500 people in your group is super important, because then the algorithms take over, the search engine optimization takes over, and it is important to make sure that you are getting the right things taking over in the right place at the right time. So we're going to be talking about that, and then we're going to be talking about getting people engaged, because one of the problems I see a lot with Facebook groups is that it's crickets. Honestly, unless it's the group owner posting, it is just crickets. And I went through this myself. I put a ton of blood, sweat, and tears into the group. I was exhausted. I was tired. It was terrible. And guess what? When I started focusing on engagement rather than just putting content into the group, and I started focusing on what people were engaging with and understanding the human behaviors behind the engagement, I developed a formula that we're going to talk about in the workshop about how often and what kinds of engagement to post in the group to get people active, to get people posting, to get people commenting, and to get people coming in to see what in the world we're going to do next. And I do admit that I tried some really crazy stuff. So one of my favorite conversation starters was, what is your favorite flavor of ice cream? And Jackie just said that challenge helped me get my troop almost to 1,000 from 250. So thank you, Jackie, for that wonderful testimonial. That is awesome. I'm seeing a lot of those kinds of results for people, and it is amazing. You just registered for this training. Awesome. So exciting. I'm so glad to have you. It is an honor to be able to work with people and put a ton of content out there. And so some people are probably going to ask, is this actually a workshop, or is this a thinly veiled sales attempt? So I'm going to be honest. It is a really intense workshop with about 5 to 10 minutes of selling at the end. If you want to follow through with the next step and take it to the next progression of working with me, I'm going to make that available to you at no obligation. I'll tell you what that is. I'm going to be totally transparent. I am going to make an offer at the end, but literally 2 hours and 45 minutes of the training are going to be hardcore data and information, focusing on getting people in, getting the group engaged, and then on monetization. And we're going to also talk about a lot of the mistakes that group owners make that hobble a group, that prevent you from monetizing it, that prevent the group from being as engaged as it could be. We're going to give you a ton of different ideas for monetization. And to me, it's important to give you all of these ideas, because if you don't have all the ideas, you're not going to be able to do them. And not every idea is appropriate for everybody. So know that we're not going to try to say, hey, monetize your group these 5,000 different ways. That's not necessarily appropriate for everybody. And what works in a group with 30 people may not work well in a group with 500, 5,000, 50,000, because there's some definite changes that happen to the dynamics of groups as they grow. And it can be really, really challenging to do certain things in terms of marketing. So you have to understand, based on the size of the group, where it's going and what it should be. So make sure you sign up for the free workshop. I am really, really looking forward to teaching it. I'm going to post the link here. It is also posted in the description of the live so that you guys can register for it. It's going to be a ton of fun. If you stay until the end, I'm actually going to be giving away a few prizes, which I am really looking forward to. There's going to be some mystery gifts that happen at the end, and they're going to be worth your time to stick it out and go all the way through the workshop, because I want people to sign up, but I also want you to come. I want you to learn, and I want you to stay all the way through and actually do the work and win the prizes. So anyway, make sure that you're registered. If you have registered for the training, give me a hashtag registered. Let me know that you have registered for the Build Your Tribe Challenge, and I hope to see you. So give me a hashtag registered. Let me know. Register for the challenge. I'm going to post it all pretty like there, and let it be. I'm also going to do a card pull because I love doing card pulls. These are from the Love Your Inner Goddess Oracle card deck. I think that these are tremendously inspirational, and they're just a lot of fun. So thank you, Lay. Thank you. I appreciate it. The workshops are always more than worth your time. Absolutely. The hardest thing with the workshops, honestly, is they give you so much information sometimes that you have a hard time keeping up, because it's like drinking from a fire hose. So it's important to do that. And thank you, Jackie. I'm excited to have you. Yay! So happy to have you. And hello, Tracy says she signed up. Hey, Beth, good to see you. Beth says she wants card number 3. So I'm going to get her card number 3. Let me finish shuffling cards. Okay, Beth, this one is especially for you, my friend. And I am sorry for going live so late tonight. I had a call in between that went way over. It was super exciting. I've got a new project that I'm going to be working on, and I'm stoked about it. Okay. So I'm going to pull the top one, and then I'm going to pull the third one. If somebody else wants a different card or an additional card, let me know. But I'm going to first pull the top one. And this one is a general one. It is Starborn. Here you go. You have a strong spiritual connection with the universe. Trust your intuition and your inner feelings about things, especially when your inner feeling is at odds with the appearance of something. Sometimes it is when it seems like the least is happening that the most important thing is actually taking place. You just cannot see it yet. You have a special and deeply spiritual life purpose to fulfill. You cannot get there with logic and planning. Your spirit knows how to guide you, and the universe knows how to support you. Following your heart along your spiritual path is going to lead to your best, brightest, and most beautiful life success. Okay, that's 1. And then we're going to go to 3, 2, 3. Ooh. This one's for you, Beth. Elk Medicine Woman. There are certain things that are meant to happen at particular times. This is the working of destiny. No matter how much pressure there is from the outside world or from your own expectations, there is an order of events and divine timing in place so that what is meant to be shall be. Balance your active pursuit of your dreams and ambitions with patience and trust in the right timing of things. You are given a message that you are capable of great accomplishment this lifetime. Rather than fighting against life, trust that it is working with you and for you. Do what is in your power to do, but pace yourself with trust and surrender too. Isn't that so cool? I am so excited. Thank you guys for joining me tonight. Let's celebrate 73,000 members in Women's Entrepreneur Network. Yay! So excited. And make sure you sign up for the free workshop. It's going to be a ton of fun. I'm going to go bounce off the walls until about midnight. Somebody needs to hide the sugar from me, and we will talk soon. Take care. Bye-bye.